own your house, have a couple bucks in the bank, don't drink.
So how are you?
Are we starting?
It's kind of a rolling start.
Oh, I see.
And then I just start it wherever it makes sense in the edit.
Rolling Stone. Okay. I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Truly? No one's ever doing great. You're doing great?
I just try to look so upset at you when I say that. I'm upset that there's a picture of an AI dog right there.
Fuck you. That's our family dog, Odie. He's dead now. And my sister had this really creepy picture of him commissioned.
It is cute,
Yeah.
but it does not look like a painting.
No, it's not. It's a photograph that someone put onto that canvas.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, God bless him.
Can you see how crazy he looks in his eyes, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a crazy dog.
Dude, so I didn't grow up with dogs. Right now I'm house sitting for my aunts, and they have 2 dogs, and they're both like about 10, and they both have health problems.
Okay.
Neither want to go on walks, and like their whole life is just following around the human in the house.
Yes.
And they also have 7
That's
cats.
sad. Oh my God.
And they have like the most annoying litter box. Actually, they have the most annoying.
They have 7 indoor cats.
5, yes. They have 5 litter boxes, and it's like the pellets. So you have to like literally like mine for their shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then like save the pellets, because then they have like piss powder that you gotta throw away.
Yeah.
But the dogs, again, just are like Velcro to you. So like I'm trying to clean the cat box, and the dog is trying to like eat cat shit.
Mm-hmm. Because he has a perfect system worked out.
Yeah,
That's insane.
does.
In some cities, you're not even allowed to have 7 cats.
Well, then legally they have 2, but
Yeah. Yeah. That's insane. That's too many cats. You're really doing great.
I was gonna go back on cats.
No, go for it. Yeah.
I fucking love cats, but the 7 is crazy. 7 is
Yeah.
crazy. And it smells bad. If it
Yeah.
didn't, if it didn't smell bad, I'd be like, this is honestly pretty cool.
Whenever I always think of Kendrick's bit about how people don't know that their house smells.
Yeah.
It's so true.
And it sucks as my cat, I've had her for almost 15 years. Probably like less than 15 years. But literally, I love her so much. But she's
almost done.
No, I would say not even close, but you're like, eat your words. My sister's gonna get a canvas artificial intelligence photo of your cat. No, but she always shits outside the box, and everyone's always so annoyed by it. But now I'm like, honestly, fuck yeah, that's my cat. Yeah. That's my fucking cat. I don't even touch the litter box. I just pick up her turd.
She makes it easy for you.
She really does.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm doing great.
Why are you doing great?
It's just like such an easy response, and usually people don't dive deeper.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing fine. I don't know. Like, let's say like
I'm not trying to take it away from you if you are doing great, but yeah, I am trying to.
You're like, no one's doing great.
I'm trying to call you out a little bit.
I would say I'm, like within like the world of like doing open mics and comedy shows, I am doing great. I do feel like pretty confident. Obviously, like sometimes there's mics where I'm like, oh my God, everyone did great and I did okay.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, that's just part of the game. And honestly, like I love just doing it.
Yeah.
In terms of, I don't have a lot of money, so I'm trying to find a job.
Okay.
And I am getting like a little, I don't want to say depressed because it's not like super heavy like that, but just like I've become like such a nihilist where I'm like, oh great, I'm just gonna get a human resources job at the state and then like get fat.
Right.
I don't feel like that. I don't feel like doing that. And I just like every job that like comes across like on Indeed or whatever I'm looking at, I'm just like, that's such a bullshit job. I'm doing nothing with my life with that.
Yeah.
And it's such a bad attitude to have because I don't have any money.
Well, it's an attitude that you haven't earned yet. Because like, so I'm 10 years older than you. I have spent 10 years
allegedly
in bullshit jobs. And like, I've earned the right to say they're bullshit jobs, but you don't even know. You've never had a bullshit job.
But I hear that they're bullshit, and I
They are.
can assume that they are.
Yeah, they are.
When it's
And you
like-
should avoid them at all costs. Yeah.
And what, be broke?
I mean, that's what I've chosen. I'm broke. I've chosen to be poor and happy.
Yeah, no.
Which I think is a choice you kind of have to make if you're also choosing stand-up comedy.
100%.
You know?
Yeah. And I'm okay with that, but it's also like a little not so stressful, but like you see, I'm gonna name names, like Lourdes has like a very great job
Yes.
and doing stand-up, and it's like, well, and do I want to be in 10 years from now? Do I want to be 34 and doing stand-up, still working at a restaurant? But like, I still want to be doing stand-up in
Right.
10 years. Like
Right.
that is the goal for me.
Yes.
But I just also would love to like, and God bless them, not live with my parents.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that anyone has the answer in stand-up. It seems like...
No, yeah.
It
I
seems
haven't
like...
asked, 'cause
unless,
I know they don't.
unless you...
They're like, yeah, man, go to barbershop school.
Yeah. Unless the next 10 years, like, you just continue your trajectory, and then you're like, in 10 years, you're making a full-time living from comedy, like, you're probably going to be poor.
Yeah.
Seems like that's what it is.
Yeah.
There are exceptions, though. Lourdes is incredible. She has an amazing job,
Yeah, she does.
and she's an amazing comic.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, maybe that's the path for you.
Yeah. But like, she probably like gives a shit about things though.
Yeah.
Like,
I would
her-
love to ask her about that because her job is in politics.
Yeah.
And I've been in that world. And for most people in that world, like after a few years, you stop giving a shit unless you're just a true believer in something. Mm-hmm. I'd love to have her on the podcast. That'd be interesting to talk about.
That's great.
Yeah. I wanted to have...
Awesome. Why don't
Yeah,
you call
actually,
her
you know
right
what?
now?
Could you get
Call
out of
her
here?
right
Could
now.
you leave?
You know, I'll text her for you.
Yeah. No, I wanted to have you on the podcast, though, because we are peers in the comedy scene. We started at the same time.
We're twins.
We're twins. Yeah, everyone's saying that.
Everyone's saying it.
Yeah.
We're going to do a remake of Twins.
Yeah. And of the people in our, like, class, you're one of very few that I, like, measure myself against in terms of, like, you've always been funny. You're getting on shows. You're getting on great shows. So, yeah, I always, it's sort of competitive between us, but it's more like, okay, she's doing well and that's what that looks like for her. What does doing well look like for me? That's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm just trying to make sure that I keep pace with you, basically.
Wow. That's pretty sweet. Can I? In like the first couple of months that we both started comedy, like I think pretty much, I was like April 11th. It was Stab in 2024. Do you remember your date?
June 16th.
2024.
Yeah, Stab.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, well, essentially we started,
Same time.
Same
Yeah.
class, whatever. But, yeah, for the first couple of months that I met you, I hated you because I was like, this guy
I get that a lot.
did not like the face you made. No, but I hated you because I was like, the against thing. To be honest with you, I encouraged you a lot. I thought we were peers. I did not know we were in competition. And just for that, I'm moving to New York.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. I don't mean competition like I'm trying to beat you. More so of like,
You said
I know that we're we're aiming at the same
to put
thing.
it. Yes.
So I know that your decisions are all with that in mind. So it's just like it's a good data point for me and for anyone else who started around the same time we did.
Yeah.
I think you have to look at the people around you and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It is a balance though. It is definitely a balance because you don't want to like look too much into one person because like yeah, I don't know if I want to bring it up, but like also like I feel like because I'm a young girl, a young woman, you know, not DEI hire per se, but like the bookers are like, wow, I got a lot of white dudes on here.
Yeah.
I need a brunette.
Okay.
That could be white or whatever else I need her to be, you know.
That's definitely a thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But
And that's not to say,
also
like,
you are funny.
I was gonna say, I don't think that I'm not deserving of it,
Yeah.
but I know that I feel like I have a little bit more opportunities versus other people
Sure.
that started in our time period.
Like straight white men.
Yes.
The most persecuted class in comedy, really, if you think about it.
When you get down to the nuts and bolts.
Yeah. Well, since you brought it up, what's it been like in the SAC comedy scene, as you put it, a young woman?
As a young woman.
Yeah.
I would say in like the first year I was so conscious of like my wardrobe. I always want to make sure I wore like really baggy clothes. Just so that way like I made it clear that like I'm here for this and
Here for the
not
jokes.
for you to hit on
Yeah.
me. And like there would still be once in a while someone would hit on me.
Yeah.
It would be like another open micer doing it for 3 years, whatever. And it'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
I would straight up pretty much show up in my pajamas.
Yeah. Pulling
yeah.
a Billie Eilish.
Pretty much.
And now you feel comfortable, so you dress like a slut.
Yeah, complete fucking whore.
Yeah. Oh, we've noticed.
That's why they keep calling us twins.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so it's and like sometimes I get in my head too. I'm like the first this is so dumb. I was like the first time I wore a crop top, I was like, oh my god, like I'm such a sellout. I'm a fucking sellout. But also like I just wanted to wear clothes that like I normally would wear now. And
Yeah.
it's fucking summertime.
That's not stupid, and I'm glad you said that, because that's something that male comics have never had to think about, obviously. So that just like illustrates one of the many reasons it's harder to be a woman in comedy.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
And not to say, I mean, like, it wasn't, like, super difficult for me to wear, like, a WWE XXL shirt outside.
Right.
But
Yeah.
in any case, I was kind of preferred, but
you still, you have to like you have to use bandwidth, thinking about
bandwidth across my boobs so that way it doesn't look like I had boobs.
Yeah, tape those down.
Tape them down.
Yeah. No, that's, I'm glad you shared that, because I think that a lot of people kind of dismiss that it is harder for women in comedy.
Yeah, because it's, yeah. And again, it's like a balance. It is a little bit of a tightrope because it's like,
Yep.
it's not like crazy difficult. Like
Right.
I said, like I'm just thinking about what I'm wearing, which as a woman, I would be doing that no matter what.
Sure.
And you know, it's like, oh my God, it's so annoying. Like this guy just hit on me. Jesus. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to quit comedy.
It's got to depend on who the guy is, though.
Listen. Listen.
Yeah.
Stevie C.
Oh, shit. I don't think he
No, it's not
listens.
big
You're
deal.
good. If
Yeah,
he does
I got
listen, he'll subtweet at you on Facebook.
Oh no. Oh no. It's gonna AI edit photo me in a
Yeah.
mullet or some shit.
I love that he was giving Louis so much shit for AI stuff, and now he's just like in it.
I know. AI he did one nice AI edit. He
Yeah.
was like, oh shit man, he's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
180.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also like I then like towards the after my first year of getting comfortable wearing like kind of whatever it was that I wanted to, and then it kind of flipped a little bit because now I'm like dating a comic as well, and he came from like a different scene, so in that aspect, like going up there, other people are like, oh, you're this guy's girlfriend, you know.
Sorry.
It's okay. Is it Lourdes?
No, it's Elvin.
Oh.
Let me put this on Do Not Disturb.
I think say let me put this on speaker.
He'd be pissed. I've been trying to get him on the podcast, but our schedules just haven't worked out.
Oh, I thought it was the stairs.
And I have blind people can walk upstairs.
I've seen Elvin's thighs. No, he can't.
You've seen Elvin's thighs? Shit.
No.
He hit on you?
He thought he was pulling out his dick.
Is this it? I love you, Alvin. Well, I'll have you on the podcast soon.
Yeah, you too, Lourdes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so dating another comic, and it does kind of feel I don't know if I want to say difficulty, but something about that. Sometimes I do feel like, oh, now I'm like attached to this person. And in some ways it's cool, like we get booked together and that's awesome, and you know, it's great like having someone to like bounce bits off of or talking about like whatever happened, and someone who understands it. But there's also like it is a lone wolf sport.
Yeah.
And I did really enjoy that. I really enjoyed like you know, not telling my ex-boyfriend about what happened at an open mic or whatever, and just being like, that's my thing, you know?
Right. And now you're with someone and it's an identity that you both share. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, in some ways it's fun and works. So.
It seems, I mean, the part of it that I'm jealous of is like you said, having someone to bounce bits off of, or to like recap on a show and like talk through all of the minutia.
The recap
that's
is
gotta be great.
The recap is great. But I mean, you know, we're not doing it like while we're fucking. Like we can do that. You can do that with someone in the car
I feel
ride.
like that would be unhealthy.
You fucking suck tonight. If you do that darker color, I apologize one more time.
Why are you pegging Bijan in that scenario?
Have you met us? No.
Yeah, so that's, I'm sure the pros outweigh the cons. I mean, obviously they do, because you guys are.
We're still doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Why are you so obsessed with comedy? Because I feel like, and I don't mean that in a bad way, even though it sounded like that.
I didn't take it as a bad way. I was thinking, but I was like,
yeah, because like of everyone in the scene, you seem to be you're at least in the top 1% of comedy fans. And
you've said that before, and that always like shocks me, because I'm like, how is nobody else so like into it or like a big fan, you know?
And maybe other people are, and they're
less nerdy about it.
They're just less outspoken about it. But like I've heard you say before, like you studied comedy for 10 years before you started doing comedy, which means you were a comedy fan since you were, how old are you?
24.
Okay, so since you were 14, you've been a comedy fan?
A little bit. I mean, like I would watch SNL like in elementary school, and I really liked it, like watched whatever I could. And then towards middle school, then like really, really getting into it. And then from watching like going from SNL to watching like online sketches like on YouTube, and then from there watching like stand-up bits on YouTube, then to watching like anything on Comedy Central, and just like.
What did you get out of it as a fan, and what do you get out of it as a comic? What does comedy do for you in those roles as a fan versus a comic?
Well, I mean, that was one of the essays I did for like getting into college, and it's crazy that they accepted me from that essay. But like I think as a child I was like super reserved. I was very shy. I didn't like I was just like not social. Like I was so sensitive. I hated talking to people. And so I think watching someone go up on stage and making people laugh, and the attention being on them, and they are in control of that attention, I think that's what was so fascinating to me. And also like being silly with it too, you know, because I wasn't like nerding out over like TED Talks.
Right.
So I think that's mainly what I really enjoyed from it. And then for myself, I think because I was so into comedy, like I was so into like characters, sketches, and like just joke writing in itself, I think I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know if I actually mean this, but like a fan of myself.
Sure.
You know, like I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I can't, like, it's basically like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is something that I've wanted to do for so long. This is something that I've loved for so long, and I'm doing it. And like,
It sounds like you're just proud of yourself.
yeah.
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 That's cool. So as a fan, it was something, it represented everything that you were afraid to do.
Yeah. In a sense.
Is that fair to say?
I think so. Yeah. Cause like I would never, cause like sometimes because I was so quiet, once in a while I would say something and it'd be funny and then people would laugh and I'd be like, oh my God, that's great. I'll wait another 5 years until I speak again.
Right. Yeah. You really picked your spots.
Yeah.
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 But then, okay. So then as a comic, you're actually doing the thing that you were afraid to do, but obsessed with and that's got to feel very rewarding.
It is very rewarding, but I will say like I don't know if it's the flip side, but the other way of thinking about it is like, I think off of stage, you know, like I feel very comfortable with you. I feel very comfortable, like joking, making conversation, but there are some people that like, I don't know how they feel about me, or if I don't know if they like give a shit about me. So I'll be like kind of reserved and kind of revert back into how I was when I was younger. So it's not like a complete, it's not a complete success.
Right. Yeah. I identify with that though, because I was very quiet and reserved as a kid. And that's my default, especially if I'm in a new situation where I don't know the people or the dynamics. Like I'll just be quiet and watch and wait till I understand how everything works and where people fit in before I make myself known.
Yes.
And especially in the comedy scene, when you first start, it's hard to put people in their proper place. Like I was talking about this with Josh when I had him on the podcast, and like when I started, I was very intimidated by Josh because he was like, he did a headlining show at Punchline Sack within a few months of me starting, and I didn't have the full context of what comedy is at that time, so I was like, oh shit, he's headlining Punchline. He's up here.
Yeah.
You know, and like, not that Josh isn't a very talented comic, but he's not up here. Like we're here and like Josh is here, and then like Sam Morril is like up here.
Right.
You know? And so yeah, those sorts of like hierarchies, maybe they're hierarchies, were like intimidating to me at first.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause it's also hard to say like like someone can like kind of act like they're all that, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know how long they've been doing comedy for, but they're obviously really successful. And then you realize, oh, they've only been doing it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it, let me just give them a fist bump then.
Yeah.
And it's like, but also it is kind of like a limiting way to think too, because then it's
100%.
like, just say hi to someone.
Yes.
God damn it,
Just be a person.
Exactly. But I have a hard time with that. Like I have to remind
same.
myself to like be fucking normal.
Yeah. The people that you aren't comfortable around right now, are they people who are like much further ahead than we are? You don't have to name names. I'm just curious, like, what is it?
I don't know. I would say probably just like if I'm like not in a SAC scene. If I'm in
Like one of the cliques? Oh, you mean outside of SAC?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It also comes in waves because sometimes I can be like for instance, I was on Sketchfest and all the comics that were on there, the guy that had done like the least amount of time in comedy, he said like 4 years in San Jose. Everybody else was like over 7. The average was probably like 9 years.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, and they're all like very nice, and we're all in like the same. That's the other thing, is that we're all in the same place, like physically right now.
Yep.
So yeah. I don't remember where I was going with that, but
I was just asking you, like, what are the characteristics of a person in the scene that you are intimidated by now?
what are the characteristics? I would say a little bit how long they've been doing it, and also like if I think they're talented too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is
If you think they're talented and you like them, then you're intimidated by them.
a little bit.
Yeah.
If
I get that.
If they've been doing it a long time, but they're not if they're not my cup of tea, if
Yeah.
I don't really like them, I'm probably going to be hella chummy with you. Ain't that right, my
Oh,
It's my chum right here.
Oh, that's awesome. You said you were reserved as a kid. You're Native American.
Oh my god. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, no worries. That's why I had you on DEI.
DEI.
No, I'm kidding. What?
See?
See? Yeah, exactly. It's getting you
And
opportunities.
Mexican.
You're gonna get the Grandma's House podcast bump after this.
Like a Coke? What do you mean?
No,
A
like your
bump?
career, your career will, yeah.
Oh, yes. Another thing to put on my resume.
It'll accelerate. Oh, for sure. Yeah, throw that on the LinkedIn.
yeah.
definitely.
Throw that on so I can get a state job.
Yeah, yeah,
Get fat.
yeah. Are you an only child?
No. I have an older sister.
You have an older sister. Have I met your older sister?
You know what? I think you have.
At Shenanigans?
No. I think it was at 36 Handles last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
And your parents came
Yes.
too. Yeah. Well, that was a rough show.
Yeah, it was a Valentine's Day show.
Yeah.
My friends also came, but I didn't tell them to.
Yeah.
And they did not have a great time.
No. 36 Handles, I think it's already been talked about on 2 episodes of this podcast of how shitty of a venue it is. It's just not set up for comedy because the stage is like in the middle of everything and people were sitting behind the stage.
Yeah.
And then there's people at the bar, but it's too far away for them to really be. So they're in and out. They're talking, and then sometimes they're paying attention. The lights are all on.
They just got to like format the seating better. But also, it's also like out there.
Too far?
I mean, not even that, but I just feel like there could be like a better venue.
Oh, yeah.
But I
There's
do
a lot.
appreciate all the times that I've been there. Like,
Yep.
I got like 10 minutes of stage time and I was like,
Yeah.
not even a year.
Right.
So like,
Yeah, the stage time makes it worth it, but we're still entitled to bitch about this show.
oh, I'm entitled to bitch no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's not being on a woman on comedy.
so you have an older sister?
Yes.
Okay. What was the dynamic between you two growing up?
I would say, so we're like 5.5 years apart. She's older. I feel like by the time I was like more grown up, like less as a baby, she started to become a teenager. And so she started to like be more rambunctious and I wanted to like play with her and she would be like, oh, I don't really want to. But then we would also like go on the computer together and watch music videos, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she would also like I was like, I don't want to like put out her business on the podcast. She might watch this actually. I don't know what I should share. But like she was very rambunctious. She got in trouble a lot with my parents, like a lot.
Okay.
And so I think that also contributed to why I was so shy, is I was like, I just don't want to get any of that smoke.
Yeah.
So I will just
Native American.
yeah. I will stay away from that smoke signal. I can read that smoke signal. Yeah, so I just she was like very troublesome and I was like I'll stay out of it. And I was like that up until to be honest, I feel like more of a teenager now than I ever did. But between the two, I mean now that she's like kind of like had a clear head after being a teenager, because even in her early 20s she was still kind of like wilding out, but ever since she had her first kid, she's obsessed with me.
Okay. All right.
which is honestly so sweet. She's so supportive. She is still a little like she's very neurotic and very worrisome. Like she's just very obsessive. Like, honestly, like, I don't think she's autistic. It's like something worse.
Okay.
But she's great. I love her so much.
Of course. So when you're growing up and you have an older sister who's constantly getting into trouble and you're thinking, I don't want to do that. Are you thinking you don't want to do that because you see how her life is turning out and you don't want that life, or because you see that she's in trouble with mom and dad and you don't want to get in trouble with mom and dad?
Ooh. I think probably heavier on I don't want to get in trouble with mom and dad, but also, but I mean, I think both are true, but I think mainly I didn't want my parents to be mad at me.
And do you think that delayed your own development? And I asked that because I had a similar situation. I'm the oldest, but I had younger siblings who were a little bit more wild, and I was always the responsible one. And a big piece of that was like, don't want to get in trouble with mom and dad. Mm-hmm. I want them to be proud of me. You know, like
you're doing a Trump impression.
I just slip
I
into
be
it.
The best
I want them to be proud of me. But I was the good kid, and looking back on it, like being the good kid obviously has its pros and cons, but one of the cons is I feel like I didn't step into who I was as early as I otherwise maybe would have.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. I feel like I would say like most of my middle school time I was like very super shy, and then once I got friends late in like the last couple years of high school, I felt more like I was blossoming. Mm-hmm. And also like I had a friend that I could like kind of like nerd out about comedy with, or like show her things and kind of get her involved in it. And I think that also really helped me blossom.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's something like I feel like I've been really noticing it lately that I'm not as developed.
Okay.
But that's like, wow, you put it into words. Like that's, yeah.
It's just something I've been thinking about a lot for myself, and now that I can recognize it in myself, I see it in other people too. And I don't regret anything. I don't regret being the good kid.
Yeah, no.
But it's just something to be aware of, and like, okay, now it's time to develop. Now it's like choose you and do the things that make you happy.
Yeah. I don't necessarily regret it, but there are some times when I'm like, oh, I wonder how it would have been different if I like was able to figure out who I was, or like be not so like afraid.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. And there's no way of knowing. And it could have turned out horribly.
That's
Who
so
knows?
true. Yeah, because I'm doing so fucking awesome right now. So thank God I'm doing that. Thank God I didn't say shit in middle school.
What was your relationship with your parents like? Are you a mama's girl, daddy's girl?
Well, I mean, like, not to brag, I would say both.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Nailed it. Yeah, but I was more like attached to my mom, like as a kid, because my dad would drop us off at school, and then he would be working until like around dinner time, or like after dinner time. He would also be in a band too, so he would go out do that.
Oh, that's
cool. He also does golf. He'll play golf, and my mom would always like be with us. So I was always with her. But
did your mom work? What'd she do?
She worked at Mervyn's until 2008.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. And then she worked at Kohl's.
Hey, I worked at Kohl's.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one?
Loved it. Kohl's in Citrus Heights, Greenback, and San Juan.
In the Del Taco?
Yeah.
My mom...
Yeah.
See, that's the Mervyn's that she worked at.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It used to be a Mervyn's.
That's the Mervyn's that she worked at. She worked there from like when she was 18. I think it was her first job until it closed down in 2008. And then she went to the Kohl's in Arden over by Punchline. Yep. And they just closed down last year. And now she's back at this Kohl's over here.
That's crazy.
It is so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. No, yeah. So she did work.
Yeah.
But she would always pick us up from school, and then
And she was like the primary parent caretaker.
pretty much. Yeah.
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 What'd your dad do? What does your dad do?
He, to be honest, throughout our childhood, he did get laid off quite a bit. So from what I early remember, I remember he worked for Bank of America at one point, and I think it was during the recession. And like, I literally don't even know what he did. I don't know how he got screwed by them, but I remember anytime after he got laid off from them, anytime we would drive by a Bank of America, we would, this is so dumb, we would all like hiss at the building.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love that.
That's a deleted scene from Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
Hissing at the bankrupt building.
Yeah.
And then like, from then, now he works for Golden One. I think he's like a supervisor. Pretty much, he like supervises the people that call him and be like, "Hey, you missed your fucking credit card statement.
Yeah.
Where's the money, Lebowski?" That's
Gotcha.
his.
Yeah.
That's his job.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a band. Is he still in a band?
Yes,
That's so sick.
it is.
Yeah.
He's
What kind of music do they play?
kind of like adult contemporary. That's what they call it. Because sometimes they'll have, it is like their original music.
Mm-hmm.
They do have like a couple of covers though. Like they did like a cover of like Radioactive. Oh, What's Up, Four Non Blondes.
Okay.
But like, those aren't even like similar songs in my
Right.
opinion. But that's the type of music they play.
Was he in a band all growing up?
Yeah.
Was that something were you proud of him for that? What was your take on it as a kid?
You know, when I was really little, it was nice when he would like sing a lullaby to us to bed, or like my mom would sing and he'd play guitar. Like, that's super cute. But then he would also like, after like singing us a lullaby, go into the kitchen, and we don't have like a big house. He'd go in the kitchen and then practice the electric guitar with his amp on at like 11 p.m. at night.
So it was also kind of annoying.
It's also kind of annoying. But
Yeah.
then I will say, by the time I got into high school, I like really like reflected and realized, I was like, honestly, like, he's so cool for doing the thing that he loves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's
Yeah.
so awesome that he didn't like give up on that, and he just kept doing it.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's honestly like, you know, you become your parents a little bit when you're older. So I like to
More than
think-
you want to admit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it seems like that in that way he set a good example of following your interests.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. What's something about you that could be a character trait or just anything that the comics don't know about you? Maybe it's a piece of who you are that you don't necessarily share when we're out hanging out at streets. And I can, like, people on this podcast have answered, like Henry said, he's generous. He's actually a very generous person, which I've seen. Henry is a generous guy, but it's quiet. He doesn't make it obvious. But if like somebody didn't manage to get a meal in that day, couldn't afford it, whatever, he buys them food, or, you know,
Yeah.
and he keeps it quiet. And I think like when we're hanging out with comics, it's always very fun, but it's also like not very deep, and we're not necessarily learning about each other.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if anything comes to mind for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a hard question.
It really is, because like, to some degree, like, I am still hanging out with the comics. Like,
Right, yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah.
deeply, but I'm
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah.
It's also hard to say, because like, I also fear that I'm like not that interesting, that I'm like pretty boring. So I'm like, I don't know.
Have you always been afraid that you're boring?
No, just within the last couple years, I started stand up. Before, I was like, it's okay if I'm boring. Like, I didn't really think.
Has anyone told you that you're boring? Why do you think that?
Just like when you hang out with someone for so long, sometimes like, I think I space out a lot and I don't engage in conversation a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I think a thing, it actually wouldn't surprise any comic. Never mind. I was gonna say, I'm actually a really bad driver.
I mean, I believe you. Okay. What makes you a bad driver?
Well, to be honest, like I run over curbs, but I feel like that's not even that big of a fucking deal.
Honestly, it is a big deal because how hard is it to not run over the curb, dude?
It's pretty hard when like shit's tight.
It's honestly very disappointing to hear.
It's a little bump in the road. Like literally, I don't know. Like every time I've done it, I've been fucking fine.
So the rims on your car are just like fucked up?
Oh no, I've lost like 2.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's rims though.
Do you have a backup camera? Yeah, you do.
Yes.
So there's no excuse. You just have to get better at that. You just have to be better. You can't be
compared to where I was.
You can't be going into your mid-20s hitting curbs. That's insane. Grow up.
You're so right. I'm not even gonna find that. You're so fucking right. But to be fair, from when I honestly I don't even hit them that often, but from when I owned my car to now, I would say like once every 3 to 4 months I'll be like, oh fuck, I hit the curb.
That's a lot. I haven't hit a curb ever.
Yeah, but you're like the oldest.
We already established we were both the good kids, okay? This is bad kid behavior. You
Hitting
can't
curbs?
Yeah. It's honestly it speaks to a carelessness in your character, I think.
Oh, okay, then that's what I think a lot of comics don't know about me, that I don't care.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, yeah, like I don't know. I survive.
Have you ever been in like a serious car accident?
No.
Okay.
No. I've gotten, well, I don't even think that really has to do with being towed, more like playing into like I don't care, like parking. I've been towed in San Francisco, which the first time wasn't my fault. Second time, I'll admit. But they let my car go the second time. I haven't got it towed in SAC though.
You didn't have to pay the second time? They just took it off the hook?
They took it off the hook, and this was like end of January. They did send me a letter, the city of San Francisco. I haven't opened it yet, so I think they gave me a ticket.
That's a bummer.
That
I do
is
the
a
same thing
bummer.
though. I get mail that's probably bad news, and I let it sit in my car for months.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they send it to the collections.
Hey, but I choose to be poor and happy.
Yeah, you can't touch me, dude.
I'll give you my money, but you can't take away my happiness.
Yeah. It's disappointing to hear that you hit curbs on the regular.
To be, like I said, I feel like it's not that regular. I think
Every 3 or 4 months? That's insane.
Again, that's 3 times a year.
Yeah.
I don't know, ride in a car with someone else my age that's also a woman and see how often she hits the curb. That's all I'm saying.
I have 3 sisters. One of them is a great driver. 2 of them are awful drivers. Which is kind of a point for you.
Also, it's a little bit like, and it's hard to tell. I feel like when I'm driving in the car by myself, I feel like I'm all right. Mm-hmm. But it's when I have somebody else there, I'm like, I don't know. They're judging me. They're judging me hella hard for driving right now.
Yeah. Too insecure to drive with passengers.
Yeah.
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 Why do you think you're boring?
Like I said, like I just like go, like I just space out and I don't talk. So then I'm like,
But that's like, so that's more of like, you're saying other people might think you're boring.
yeah.
But you don't actually believe that you're boring. Or do you?
I mean, I think my thing is always, I feel like when I meet someone new, I seem super exciting, but then in like for that 3 months, I hit a curb and then I get boring. No. No, but like once they like not know everything about me, but like, you know, like I lose the mystique of being like a comedian.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that's everybody. Because the bio like details of like these are the things I've done are only interesting in the first conversation, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it's about who you are, and like and then it's like then you're building a relationship with somebody. Because it's no longer about the cool things you did, unless you're one of those insufferable people. It's like, I'm going to travel the world, and this was the adventure I was on last weekend, and here are all the pictures. I hate those people. Because they're trying to make the things they do who they are. But that's not who you are. Who you are isn't that you do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
You know, who you are is that you were the good kid growing up, and you're too insecure to drive with passengers. And you get in your head about people thinking you're boring. That's who you are, and that's interesting. That's not boring.
Well, when you put it like that. Why do you think you're boring? You're like, oh, Elvin's calling me. I'm trying to get him on the pod. Lourdes, I'm trying to get her on the pod.
You might be insecure, but you're not boring.
You're pre-booking, bro. You're pre-booking while on camera. Think about it.
Only because I fell behind. I didn't release a episode this week because I had two people had to reschedule, and then I had a really busy weekend, so I was like, all right, just not gonna release.
Wait, when did you upload the Josh Means episode?
Last week.
Oh, I see.
The schedule's supposed to be releasing every week, but when I can't do it, I'm just gonna let that be okay. Which I'm not good at doing. Like I beat myself up for not like holding to the standard that I set for myself. You know?
But doing it by yourself is pretty like that's a task. You know, I think doing it every other week is totally fine. You know, like it's not like you're just gonna like disappear out of the.
It's not like I've appeared. You have to appear first to disappear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So relax.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. It is a chore, but it's also very fun. Mm-hmm. Like the conversations in and of themselves, I really enjoy. But then also the editing process is its own creative process. I've learned because I'm editing like back and forth based on who's talking and choosing when to make that switch, choosing when to show both people, and the edit really impacts how like interesting the podcast is to watch. So it's its own little creative endeavor.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Because like I studied film in college, and so I know editing in like movies is like obviously big. Like you're making almost like a whole different movie just from editing. Mm-hmm. But like with podcasts, like in my mind, it's always like, well, the idea is that it's just like flowing and that there's really no like script to this. There's no like, you know what
yeah,
I'm
no,
saying.
Totally.
So I didn't really think about it of having like an editing thing or like editing in any type of way.
I didn't either. I thought that editing wouldn't make much of a difference, but then I edited the first episode and I was like, oh, actually this is imminently more watchable with the edit than without. Because like, you know, when you're giving an answer to a question, it's going to go zoom in on you, and then the audience is fully invested in you and what you're saying, and they're not distracted by my reactions or me fiddling with stuff, which I tend to do. They're just all in on you. Right. So it does make
the difference. Yeah. But also like now there's like really high production podcasts obviously up there. So yeah, now you do like, now you're not competing by any means, but you are like need to keep up. Keep pace with those.
Yeah, and it's like skill building. So that when this podcast matters, that I'll have the skills, you know. And it's already helped with like, I'm really good at editing shorts now. Not really good. I'm way better than I was when I started. Which when I start putting out clips of my material, like that'll be super helpful. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I like it, but I also have to give myself grace for missing the deadline on Monday.
Yeah. It's okay.
Do you hold yourself to a high standard?
Nope.
I can tell.
Nope, not at all.
That's not true.
It's not. I would say like with some things, I mean that goes for everyone, but I think with some things I do like with, especially with comedy. Like last night at Callback, I got off stage and I was like, oh my God, that was such a great fucking set. And then I rewatched it and I was like, I mean,
Sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Like it's doable, like I'm passing. It's not enough for me to like go in the bathroom and cry because I have those.
Yeah.
But that's the other tough part about being a woman is crying.
You just can't help it.
And then trying to like hide it from people or like yeah. Ugh. Cause like I've never seen a man cry on stage. I've never seen. I think I'm the only person I've ever seen cry on stage.
I heard you almost made a man cry on stage.
What? That's right, Bijan. No. No.
Are you a crier? You cry a lot?
Oh yeah, I do.
You hide it well because I don't think I've seen you cry.
Really? That's actually
maybe I have. I don't.
pretty
It
shocking.
doesn't come to mind though.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, there's not an excuse. I was like, well, sometimes like when I'm at Mike's, I have a drink, so I'm able to like take things lightly.
Sure.
But I haven't really been doing that like as like in the first year of doing comedy, I was having like honestly like on a Tuesday night from On the Y to Streets, I was like having 2 to 3 drinks every Tuesday.
We were worried about you.
Is that for real?
No. It's
No, we
just
didn't care
really,
if you
it's
died.
adorable to say that I had a problem. I was having 2 or 3 drinks a night. Yeah. Okay, slow down there.
But I mean, like, it's not a healthy habit.
No,
like,
for sure
especially
not.
if I want to do this for 10 years.
Yeah.
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 But it is pretty wild. Like, having 10 drinks in 1 week,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's more, I mean, I don't know. The definition of alcoholism is too
to each their
too
own.
tight, but
It's too tight.
yeah. Because I think it's like if you have
Too
more than 2 or 3 drinks more than 2 or 3 times a week, then you're like classified as an alcoholic.
Yeah, they say like if you have like around 7 drinks in 1 week, that's like okay.
Yeah.
But, like watch yourself.
Yeah. No, I think it's smart to get a handle on drinking early in comedy because we're
surrounded by it.
and we're surrounded by it, and we both could name people in the scene who's like their drinking has held them back for years.
Yeah.
And it's like, is comedy the most important thing or is drinking the most important thing?
What are you here for?
What are you here for? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And not even just with drinking. Like, that goes for, like, smoking weed and the other stuff that you do after you drink.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. Sponsored to you by cocaine. Because at first I was like, oh, I don't want to smoke cigarettes, but I'll smoke weed. And then,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's the other thing is anytime I drink, I want a cigarette.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty common.
Right.
I love cigarettes. Cigarettes were
See,
a big part of my life.
Loved them when I first started doing them, and then like I think I like allowed myself like 1 cigarette a month for a long time, but
That's disgusting to hear.
well, like drink it but then like having the hangover the next morning and then going to work, and I work at a restaurant, so like when the cook lights up next to me and I'm trying to eat my breakfast, like forcing myself to eat breakfast, worst thing that could happen to me.
Yeah.
So that always like steers me away.
Cigarettes do make the hangover way worse because not only do you wake up and feel like shit, but then your mouth tastes like an ashtray, and you smell it on your hands.
Yeah. I always smell it in my hair. That's always what gets me, and I'm like, oh my God. And it sucks because it feels so good in the moment.
Yes.
It feels so good in the moment.
Yeah.
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 But anytime like I think about it, I'm like, yeah, but I'm not gonna feel good tomorrow if I do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna like the smell because I kind of like enjoying the smell of it if I'm not gonna smoke. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. You have you feel older than you are.
Really?
Yeah. You have like, it's like you have wisdom beyond your years is what it feels like. Cause you're like, just how you're making decisions about substances. Like most people your age are not like, yeah, I'll have one cigarette a month and it doesn't make me feel that great. I don't know.
Right. I mean, that's not to say like the last couple of weeks, I feel like I've been like every weekend I've been on like a bender.
Sure.
So I'm not like, I guess I know better. I think that's the thing. I think I know better, and that's on being a good kid.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well, and it's not just, I mean, substances is one thing, but also just like in comedy, the way that you comport yourself in the scene and the decisions you make and how seriously you take comedy. There's also not a lot of people in the scene who are your age who are treating it that seriously. Which is, I don't know if you're just a serious person or if it's just like, you know that comedy is your thing.
I think I want it so bad.
Yeah.
I think I want it so bad.
Yeah.
And I want it to like I said, like last as long as I can make it last.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. It is so funny to take it seriously though.
It is, but you have to. You have to take it seriously. Unless it's just a hobby.
Exactly.
But if it's just a hobby, get the fuck out.
Get out of my way. Like, I'm going 20th and you're going 5th? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. I don't really mean that, but also I kind of mean it. I don't understand it just being a hobby. Because then, like, you're not improving, and it's like, what are you just you're just so content with who you are that you can go up and bomb and be okay?
Yeah, and
that's insane.
It. Yeah. I know. It sucks when somebody else, like, you know is funny, that you care about is funny, you see them bomb, and they're, like, kicking themselves in the leg.
Yes.
And it's like, hey, man, it's all right. It's part of the game. It's all right. And then I'm, like, going to the bathroom to cry.
Yeah.
If I, like, flub a line.
We'll give you support in that moment, but then we're also just talking to ourselves. Because it's like, I'll be devastated when that happens to me the next time. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it does mean so much.
It does.
Yeah.
It so does. Because it's like, for me, a little bit, the thing that, like, whenever I'm, like, really, like, kicking myself, I'll be like, girl, like, this is, like, the only thing that you do. This is the only thing you care about, and you fucked it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, if I fuck up, like, my Covered California application, I'm like, fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just get cancer. I don't care.
Yep. Yeah.
You know?
No, 100%. And, like, comedy's the only thing in my life right now, too. Like, in a good way. Like, I'm all in on it. You know, like, I had a nice $20,000 truck when I started, and I sold it so that I could do 6 more months being unemployed and doing comedy every night.
Damn.
And, like, you know, it's just like the only thing I care about. So then when it doesn't go well, it's devastating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Driving home from a gig and you had a B- set.
Yeah. Getting paid $10 for it too.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's so not easy. And that's the part that's like the lone wolf part where you're like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I felt like, so I did Sketchfest and I felt like my set wasn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm going to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
I'm going to, like, this is it.
Yeah. And I think that perspective is helpful in getting better because it motivates you to figure out what went wrong and to not repeat it.
Yeah.
I also heard, I think it was maybe on Mike Birbiglia's podcast, that they were saying comics who make it into like not just like celebrity comics, but comics who make it as a career have one thing in common, which is that they work on themselves. Like they go to therapy, they're trying to improve themselves as people and how they interact with themselves and the world. And I think that's relevant to this because like you should be disappointed in yourself when a set doesn't go well, but you shouldn't want to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge, And right now I want to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge when a set doesn't go well. But what that tells me is like, if I want to be in this long term, you have to have longevity. Bad sets can't have as big of a negative impact on me long term as they do right now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that was just a really like wise thing. I think it was Birbiglia whoever said it, but it's like something to keep in mind, because I know that you're in this long term and you're thinking about the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years in comedy, as am I. And like, yeah, in the back of my mind is like, you should go back to therapy.
Yeah. To be honest, I wasn't like, I'm going to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
No, I know it was hyperbole, but
no, I was like going back into my car and being like, oh, you know what I actually did? I was like packed snacks for the car ride. It was just me. I had like Christmas candy. It was like a full like fucking pound bag. And then like there's these Cheeto puffs, but they're like not puffs. They're like puff corn. Okay. I ate the whole bag because there's like an after party after. So I wanted to go to that. But like driving there, I'm pretty sure I ran a red light. Hey. No curbs though.
Yep, that's good.
Actually, I did. I think literally the light after I hit a curb. Fuck. But San Francisco, it's different.
Yeah, it's more dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more challenging. I ate the whole bag of Cheetos within like 5 minutes, and I was like, I think I was like sending videos to my friends. I'm like, hey, like just. I was like blaming it on my period. I was like, don't let me do stand up on my period. Yeah. I wasn't even on it. Yeah. I wasn't even on my period, but I was like, it's her.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think a healthy reaction to a bad set would be?
I feel like the healthy reaction is to be like, you know what? This is part of it. Let's watch it, take notes, see what we can do better, and apply that later. I know that's the healthy part, but a little bit it's kind of like, well, another balance thing. Like, do you want to be healthy all the time? But like, because like you do want to set yourself to a high standard. You do want to succeed. So like a little bit, be a little mean to yourself. I feel like is probably good, but like not too much. But I think also not letting people see that you're being mean to yourself, not letting other people see that like it affected you that bad. But then again, then you don't want people to be like, she just bombed her ass off and she thinks she did okay.
Right. I agree with everything you said up until the last part. And I don't even know if I disagree with it fully. I think it's good to let people see you feel emotion. And I think it's bad to hide it. To just keep it all inside is unhealthy.
I'm letting it out when I'm in my car by myself.
Yeah.
So how bad is it?
Okay, so I think maybe for me, and when I have a bad set, it's cathartic to like bitch to a comic about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to bitch to my family or like anyone who's not in comedy because they're not going to understand. But like if I get off stage and I had a bad set and I, go up to Gabe, I'm like, fuck, dude, that sucked. And Gabe goes, yeah, that sucked. It feels good. It's like, okay, yeah, this sucks right now.
It feels so good.
It's cathartic, isn't it?
I do agree. I think, and here's the other part about being a woman. I feel like most of the time if I'm like, fuck, I didn't do that good, most of the time they're going to be like, that's all right. Like they don't want to get into it with me.
That's interesting. That's my reaction whenever any comic has a bad set and then they talk to me about it. My instinct is like,
Because also,
to
like,
be comforting and like, no, it wasn't as bad as you think it was, is generally what I'll say.
and most of the time it isn't.
Right.
Because most of the time, if someone did do hella super fucking bad,
Yeah.
I think they know better than to not reach out for comfort.
Yes.
And I think maybe that's my problem is I don't know. So like right after getting off stage, I can't really tell if it's like really super fucking bad or if it's just like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And maybe that's why it's cathartic, because I need someone else to help me put it in perspective. Like, hey, that felt like a bad set.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
Right.
Yeah. To help calibrate it.
My thing is also like, I don't know if I want it calibrated like right then when it's still fresh.
Fair.
You know? And yeah. And I think that's because I'm like, I can be emotional. I can like indulge in feeling bad about myself. I kind of need it. I need to have some separation.
Some buffer.
Buffer.
I think I'm the opposite. I want to figure it out immediately. And I heard, maybe it was Pete Holmes talking about this. He said that when he has a bad set, he doesn't leave the green room or the venue until he's dealt with it. So he doesn't, so like, that's just his rule for himself. Like, he doesn't allow himself to carry a bad set out of the building. So in the green room, he's like going over his notes and like writing some stuff down about why it went the way it did, and like coming down from just the adrenaline of being on stage. And then once he feels like he's dealt with it and it's like, that's done now, then he lets himself leave, which feels like a pretty good way to do it.
That does sound hella good. That sounds way smarter than what I've been doing.
Yeah. But it also takes discipline, because sometimes after a bad set, you just want to run. You just want to,
oh my God,
get me out of here.
Yeah, I do run.
To be fair to both of us, though, we don't have bad sets that often. I've seen a lot of
I was like,
sets.
do you record your sets? No. Are you even here? No,
or maybe like what we think of as a bad set is very different than what I thought of as a bad set a year ago.
Yeah. My thing is like, it's not, if I get just like one chuckle at like a bar mic, don't kill yourself.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not a complete bomb, but I feel like lately I've been a little bit more harder on myself about it. Like if I can feel like people don't fuck with me, and then I'm like, oh, you know, I don't know. Like this past Monday, there was like a group of white guys at Henry's, and I was like, I could tell they just like weren't
in the audience.
Yeah, and I was like,
there's
always a group of white guys. No, I could tell like they just, I don't know. I was just like, I just felt like, and maybe it's in my head because I would put this on myself. I'd be like, oh, I'm a female comic. They're going to be like, oh, is she going to joke about her period? Is she going to joke about sex? Which is it? You know? So I always think people are like maybe pre-annoyed with me. I don't feel like that always, but I do like feel that layer of judgment before I even go up.
Do you think maybe you're hypersensitive to that, given that your older sister was the troublemaker, and so you were always aware of not, like, of how you came across and not wanting to get in trouble and not be the troublemaker?
That is so... that is so dumb. I can't believe you fucking would think that. No, that's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
I had the same thing.
That's crazy.
I was always very aware of what was happening in the house. Didn't want to make trouble. Didn't want to get in trouble. And growing up, my dad had he had a temper. He would never hit us. It was just like he would get mad and yell. And so I was very hyper aware of what was happening. And that carries through to today. Like I go up and I look at the audience and it's like, okay, he seems mad and they seem like they don't like me, and like all these very unhelpful thoughts before you're trying to be funny.
Yeah.
You know, but it just goes back to, for me, it goes back to when I was a kid. I learned all those behaviors, and
That's so funny. Very, very similar
Yeah.
thing. Like, yeah, my dad wouldn't yell too often. My mom would, but it would always be towards my sister. So then I would like, I'm just going to hide for a
Yeah.
second, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
when the truth is, the audience isn't really thinking anything about you.
They don't give a shit if your parents yelled or not.
Yeah.
They like,
Well, yeah, and like I would venture to say, most audience members are not looking at you thinking, when is the period joke coming? You know, I like.
they think you're trans.
Yeah,
So they're waiting
They
for you to
think
talk
have
about
a big
that.
swinging dick. So,
They're waiting for you to pull it out there.
Yeah.
We all are.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I just think people are thinking about you a lot less than you think they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. What are you working on comedy wise right now? What's next for you? Not like shows, but you know, what are you working on in your set, or goals for putting time together? Or...
Yeah. Something that I've noticed is like I used to be so good about like doing a set Tuesday night, waking up Wednesday, listening to that, taking notes. I haven't done that in so long, and it's so upsetting because I felt like it was so helpful.
Yeah.
But when I do listen back to my sets, I feel like I often like will laugh at my own jokes.
I do the same thing.
And it's so
disgusting.
It is. It's so frustrating because I'm like, I'll like kind of judge people if they do that, especially if they're not doing if the audience isn't laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they're laughing more than the audience, then that's like, it's such a pet peeve.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think in my head, sometimes when I do it, it's like, I'm like, oh, I'm just like kickstarting. I'm just getting the ball rolling for them. Let me laugh.
Yeah.
Let me laugh so then they can laugh.
Right.
But ultimately I'm like, but I don't want that to be a habit. So I'm trying to like nip that in the bud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then last year, a big thing that I was trying to focus on is doing ums. Yeah. Cause it's once in a while, it's not bad. In an opera house.
There's a park behind the fence over there.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I hope they listen to that.
I don't even know if it'll pick up on these, but yeah.
Great.
There's kids screaming outside.
Yeah. He has them locked up. I didn't want to say anything. It seemed rude.
You don't need an island to lock up kids, it turns out.
Oh, I knew that. I've been to McDonald's. I can lock the play plan.
Yeah. Getting rid of the ums.
Get rid of the ums. And then specifically right now, trying not to laugh after every joke. Something that I'm like conscious of, but every time I go up on stage, I'm more focused on like just. Yeah.
Do you think why are you trying to get rid of that? Why do you see it as a negative?
I think I don't mind. I think once in a while it's okay. Like if you do it like a couple times in a 10-minute set, it should be okay. But like I said, I just don't want it to be like I'm the only person laughing. Everyone else is like,
right.
Yeah.
I've heard comics say it's hacky to laugh at your own jokes on stage. I think that's overstated. Because there's plenty of celebrity comics who laugh at their own jokes on stage. Yeah. But the difference is they're not the only one laughing, and they don't start laughing until the audience is already laughing. So they're like laughing along with them.
Exactly.
And just having a good time. And I tend to laugh at my jokes on stage too, and it's because I find my jokes funny. So it's hard sometimes to keep a straight face, especially when the audience rewards you. You get a big pop, and then you just kind of get to indulge that little laughter along with them.
Yeah, especially if
and it's part of what makes it fun.
Yes, especially if like you're doing a joke and like you say something that like you didn't write, you just thought of it in the spot and it works, and it's like,
yeah, yep,
that shit's heroin.
Yes,
that's wow. I love that shit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I mean, just like in terms of like open mics, I guess I don't want it to be like a big habit. Just
For
be more aware of it.
Yeah.
Not trying to like completely get rid of it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think it also depends on like what you're laughing about, because I do want some separation of like, this is who I am on stage, this is me in real life, because like sometimes like I don't even know how to describe it, but I can see like if I watch back on my recorded sets, I can see like I kind of like I don't even know how to put this. Like I'm like disappointed while telling a joke almost, or like disgusted that the people are laughing. And it's a little bit of a character, because I don't want to be like full on a totally like wacky character, but I just want to be like kind of like indulge in like a different side of me when I'm up there.
So would an example of that be your anime is the gateway to not showering?
Oh, well, no, that's completely true. I do believe that.
Well, so the reason I thought of that joke is like when you do that joke, first of all, it always hits and you don't laugh after it. And you maintain this like, if you watch anime, you're disgusted. Like attitude. Is that what you're talking about?
I guess so. Yeah. 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 I'll usually always chuckle after I say, it's always like a small chuckle though. It's kind of like part of it, but and I'm like, you need to clean that crunchy roll in your pants.
Yeah.
I guess a little bit, yeah, where I'm like not laughing at it and like more, because I feel like it feels more polished and I feel more like professional.
Okay.
It feels more like a real set, where when I'm laughing, it's kind of like, hey, it's me. We're all joking. You can talk to me afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. I've been thinking about the same thing in my sets lately. Like, it's kind of like breaking kayfabe. You know kayfabe? It's the principle behind professional wrestling. Like the wrestlers never let you in on the fact that it's fake. Never break kayfabe. And when you laugh at your joke, you're breaking kayfabe. You're letting the audience know it's a joke, which is sometimes okay, but other times not.
Yes.
And I've noticed that when I can stay in character, whatever persona I am in that joke, the longer I can do that, like through all the tags, the harder the joke hits. Because I'm not releasing any tension on stage for them. They have to release it themselves. But it's hard to do.
It is. But that is such like the perfect way to describe it. Kayfabe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Not
we are
letting
just entertainers after all. So
we really are. Yeah.
I like that you had that headshot picture for a while with the clown nose.
Oh yeah.
Do you think we're just clowns?
See, I thought it was like a little on the nose. I thought it was cute.
I thought it was smart, by the way, because that headshot always stands out on a flyer.
Yeah. I agree. The only thing is like clowning is like an actual thing.
Yeah, it's a different art form.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. So like I started following people like on Instagram. They're like, you clown? And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No. But now I'm like, fuck, am I going to have to get into that just to keep this profile picture?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Do you think stand-up is an art form?
I think I 100% it is. Yeah. There are times when like we're at mics and I'm like, this is not art.
Yeah.
But when you're writing a joke, or if like someone else is like giving you a tag and it's like a full circle moment, it's like putting together a puzzle.
Yep.
That's when it feels like so good and it feels very creatively satisfying.
Yeah.
So 100% it's an art form. People are like, oh, it's the lowest form of art, and it's like, did you know that people clown?
Yeah. I completely agree. I think it's an art form. I think comics who say it's not an art form tend to fall into the bucket of people who mock tryhards, which I think that's just weak.
It's just weak. It is
trying
weak.
hard is cool, man. Try to be good at something. Yeah. I think it's an art form. I also think that not all stand-up is art.
Yes, I was gonna say, because there is some stand-up where like you can tell like the comedian probably doesn't really see this as art, but they're still able to make it work for them and make it fun.
Yeah.
You know, so
Totally.
yeah, and there's like genres I feel like of stand-up that take themselves a little bit more seriously, and some that are more like, I'm a fucking drunk guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kill Tony. Excuse me.
What do you think about sometimes people like draw the distinction between like jokey jokes and bits that share a piece of you with the audience? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
But what was the question?
So there's that distinction. Do you think a set that is all jokey jokes is that art?
I mean, I still kind of think it is, because you are still being creative.
Mm-hmm.
You are still being creative and making that joke. I think it's a little, it's less removed, you know, because like anybody could make that joke now.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, like my dad could tell that joke and it'd probably be just as funny, where like, you know, if my dad made a joke about having a flat butt, it wouldn't be funny because he didn't pass that gene down to me. So
Your dad has a badonkadonk?
none of us do, but they colonized it from us.
It wasn't us. My people have flat asses too.
White people?
No, I mean my genetic people.
Your family?
My family, yeah.
Got it. My genetic people.
Yeah.
Who's the avatar? Yeah.
David, I was asking him, like, David Rodriguez, about useful pieces of stand-up advice that he has gotten. And one of them, he said, I forget who gave him this piece of advice, but I loved it. It was, every joke you write should share something about who you are or what you think. And I love that, because I think that gets right to the heart of that distinction between jokey jokes and like bits that have truth behind them. And I have jokey jokes, but I want my set to be all bits that have like truth behind them and a piece of me in them, you know?
I think it's important to have like a piece of you 100%, because a little bit I always just kind of assume that the audience is like, who is this person? Why are they on stage?
Mm-hmm.
Like, give them a piece of you, but also being aware enough to be like, well, you also want them to like relate. You need it to be about them as well.
Yes.
So it's so much of a balance.
Yeah.
To make sure that they're both like, you're giving a piece of you to them that they can see themselves in, because I mean most people are going to be like self-involved.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They're going to want to.
I don't see those as being in conflict, though. Sharing who you are, I think that's how you connect with the audience. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're all just people. Yeah.
Right. And it's like, yeah, talking about your experience or your thoughts or emotions, that's how you connect with the audience, like in finding common ground in those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
When's the last time you cried in front of someone? Movies don't count.
Well, yeah. No, it was probably earlier this week. It was.
You don't have to get into it if you don't want to.
I don't.
But
think
I ask
so.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me think of a time that I cried and it was like I would want to share.
Yeah. The last time I cried in front of someone was on this podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
It was the Josh
gosh.
Means episode. We were talking about dead grandpas and dead dads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I did watch it last night to like
Yeah.
know what like I was getting into.
Yeah.
And I was like, I must have fell asleep. I don't know when you were, but I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, you know what did make me cry is the passing of Jackie Pearl because like I wasn't that close with her because I've only been here for like almost 2 years now, but she like I used to watch her when I was in high school, like for like my birthdays. I would like take my friends to Blacktop in Rockland.
Interesting. Okay.
That was actually my first mic, but
Wow.
I didn't keep going. But yeah, I would also take them to the Comedy Spot too, and
Did you ever tell Jackie that?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was like they had like some barbecue thing last summer, and I was like I think at that point we had met like once or twice at a mic, but she wasn't really going out that much. But I was like, oh, like I used to watch you. You had a joke about like she had a joke about the crosses. I think it was about Destiny Church in Roseville.
Okay.
And she said that her and her daughter moved from like Hawaii, and they were like, oh my God, what are we getting ourselves into? But I remember, yeah, I did tell her that, and she was like, she's just so sweet and nice. And I think the part that like keeps, because like I'm like, she was like a great person. She was super sweet, obviously very well loved. The thing that like kept making me sad and like pushing me like to tears was like, I'm never gonna get to say hi to her again.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And like I've never really like thought, because my grandparents died when I was like really young. I had like a lot of older family members die like throughout my childhood. So I feel very used to people dying.
Sure.
A little bit. Like the last couple funerals I've been to, I've been kind of like, hey, it was your time, blood.
Yeah.
It was your time though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I never really like thought about, wow, I'm never gonna see that person again.
Yeah, it's tough, and we've had a couple big losses in the SAC comedy scene within months of each other.
Yeah.
2 months.
Seriously.
Yeah, I didn't know Jackie that well, but we were actually at Blue Lake Casino 3 weeks ago together.
Really?
So when Gabe and I went out there, Jacob Blazer was there on the show, and she came out just to hang out. So we hung out that night, and that's the most time I've spent with her, actually. She was awesome. Just very nice. And
yeah.
Yeah.
I was able to do like a couple shows with her after. She was always with Ed Mina. And so like they were, yeah, they're both like so friendly and like so positive to be around too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
When someone dies that you care about, like I had grandparents die growing up, or great grandparents. It was like I was too young I didn't really have a relationship with them. Grandma Vera May smelled weird, and her beard felt bad on my cheek. You know,
Her
like,
beard.
Yeah. But then when my grandpa died, the first thought was like, I'm never gonna get to do another project with him because you know we did a lot of like around the house type projects.
You should probably
together.
cut that because you said that last episode.
I don't care.
I'm just being a dick.
Yeah, no, I felt it.
Don't touch my dick. Just let me do it and don't be weird about it.
But I think that is like, maybe that's one of the indicators that you really cared about the person, when the first thought is like, oh man, I'm never going to get to do this thing again with them or say hi to them again. Yeah.
Yeah. Because all the funerals I've been to, I've been like older people that I was like, oh, I saw them like once in a while, but they didn't, you know.
Well, and when someone dies in their 80s or 90s, it's not as sad because it's like, that's a great time to go.
It is.
You know, you got all that you could have gotten out of life. When someone dies when they're not supposed to, that's tough.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. You don't have a place to put that in your head. It's just fucked up, and you have to live your life with that.
Seriously.
Yeah. Where do you think we go after we die? Do we go anywhere?
You know, personally, I've been very nihilistic. So for a long time, I just kind of think you just don't exist, and that's kind of it. You know, you live on through people's memories. But now I am like a little bit more like spiritual. So like I do think like ghosts and spirits do exist, because it is kind of crazy to think like that's just it. But because like strange things do happen. I don't know. I always go back and forth with whether ghosts exist or not.
Yeah. Were you raised religious?
Not really. My mom was raised Mormon, and so there was some influence in that. And then my childhood best friend, she was super religious, and there was a little bit more influence of that, I would say. And then obviously with like my grandparents dying, my mom was very sad about it, obviously. So then she kind of would grieve religiously, but not, I don't know, she wouldn't go to church or anything. But
so it's been like kind of recently that you're starting to become more open to question to like maybe there is something after.
Yeah, I don't think I wrote this down before I got into comedy, but I thought it was funny. It was like, if God does exist, what a fucking asshole. Like, yeah, I don't really think I believe in like a higher power like that. Cause there's just so, I don't know, like I'm very much agnostic, where like I'm so okay with not knowing and just finding out. Yeah. You know, like, because I think being like, this is the only thing that is true. And then like there's 7 billion people that have that same exact
that
attitude.
level of confidence makes no sense to me.
It's like so fucking irritating.
Yeah.
It's really irritating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also, one of my close friends, she's like super religious. Like she's a couple months younger than me, and she's like pregnant with her 3rd kid. Wow. She's like that religious. Okay. But she is like such a good person. She's like a actual ray of sunshine to be around. Like you hang out with her, you feel like lit up. Yeah. But also like she is like my friend. We get silly together. Like I don't know if her husband feels that way about her, but I yeah. But yeah, and like I would say like a good portion of all my friends that I made in school had some sort of religious affiliation, and they for a while were like very, very about it. Yeah. So it sucks because like I feel like I do like people who are religious, but I also, I also drink and do drugs. Right. So,
yeah. You've mentioned a couple times now that you're like nihilistic. What do you mean when you say that?
Just like I hate the world and it is doomed. And that's why I'm a little selfish and I don't care about things because things don't care about me. No, but like, I don't know. I'm on Twitter, so
say no more.
So exactly, say no more.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah.
Because it's always like Trump just like did this, and Epstein is actually alive and still fucking kids. Right. Like the same people who like would go on an island and eat and fuck kids took your photos for school, and it's like racism exists. Like there's genocide still, there's slavery still, like there's there's no good in the world. Yeah.
You've been doing this joke recently, talking about like the way the world is now has forced you to pay attention politically again, force you to care. Do you?
It's like I care because I keep reading it and I keep getting updates on it without really looking for them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they just get forced down your throat at this point.
They really do. But I mean, it makes me care in a way that I'm like, fuck, this makes me want to do nothing with my life. Like if it's all this doomed, it makes me kind of just want to like do whatever I want. That's the part about like looking for jobs, is I'm like, great, I'm going to go work for this company that is probably tied to some other bullshit, that somehow leads like, oh, I'm working for a guy that fucks kids.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think a lot of people feel that way right now. How could you not?
Yeah.
Unless you're a MAGA Trumper racist.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of your time if that's you.
I know.
You're having a good day. But yeah, I mean.
But even then, they're complaining about shit. They're like, oh, they asked me my pronouns at Starbucks.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's having a great time.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, like the conclusion from the world is fucked. The conclusion from the world is fucked is I'm going to do what I want. And so what you've chosen to do is throw yourself all into getting better at an art form. Mm-hmm. So it's not all bad.
Oh, no, it's not all bad. But in terms of like outside of the thing that I'm like doing, I'm still like, I go home at the end of the night and I'm like, oh, I got a parking ticket from San Francisco.
Yeah.
My car was almost towed.
Yeah.
My bank is in the negative right now. I'm going to have to go like find food somewhere else. Mm-hmm. I, hate doing laundry.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna
all the things.
All the things that require being an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. The responsibility. That shit does suck.
Yeah, I think that you can care too much.
Mm-hmm.
I cared a lot when I was in politics. And to what end? Nothing happened. Like you can care about Trump's a horrible person and all these bad things are happening, but you can't change it. So you have to be able to let it go.
Yeah.
On some level.
See, but that's always the thing. That's always the thing in the back of my mind because like I do kind of have this like it was 2016 when Trump versus Clinton and I was in high school and I was watching so much Parks and Recreation. So obviously I was like feminist. I was I was so fucking, oh my God. I was so hyped. On election night.
That's awesome. I love that.
2016. I wore a blazer.
For real?
Yes.
That's sick.
Yes. My sister, this is when she was wilding out. I got to fill out her ballot. Like I felt so fucking good. We went to a taqueria and I was like, fuck yeah, we're not building a wall. And then watching the election results over my quesadilla.
Devastating.
Bitch.
Yeah.
that was devastating. Absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot how I just like blacked out.
Yeah.
I just went full feminist. I'm sorry.
I don't know how to find the balance because I certainly haven't found the balance and I'm definitely too far on to the other end of not caring right now. You should, because I think you should care on some level, but you can't solve the world's problems. You can only solve your own.
See, okay, I do fall into that attitude as well, but sometimes it's like, but if everybody has that attitude, then it's definitely not getting better. Where if we could all kind of adjust our attitude and be like, hey, maybe if we all just don't file our taxes this year or file them and like don't pay them or like, do something like that where it's like a whole bunch of people are doing it, revolting against it. Cause like that's the part about being on Twitter is that they're like there's 7 billion of us and there's like how many like millionaires right now? I mean it's not like 3, it's like 1,000 something.
Yeah, we could definitely take him in a fight.
Exactly. And that's why California needs to let me buy a gun.
You can buy a gun.
There you have it.
Get one.
I did. I was shopping for one for a minute.
Really?
When Trump got reelected, yeah.
I think everyone should own a gun.
Yeah.
I own a gun. It makes sense for personal protection just to have one at the house. And also, if the revolution comes, you're going to want to be armed.
That's so true. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But then there is also, I feel like a couple of comics have this joke, or maybe it's just one comic, but they're like, if I had a gun, I would be like stuck in traffic and be like, man, fuck you. Just popping people's tires. Like I would.
Yeah. Like Frank in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Have you watched that show? Yeah. Whenever he has a gun, he's so cavalier with it, just always shooting it off.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was always a thing. I would make that joke a lot. At my other restaurant, like if we would get like a really big line going, I would tell someone next to me, I'd be like, go get my gun.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite parts in Tires, when he has that gun. Is that, I can't remember what season that's in, but it's so funny.
I don't know why. Like in TV shows, it's so hilarious to me for people making fun of gun safety.
Yes.
But I also have so many. That's a reoccurring nightmare for me, is like a mass shooting or like like it is a. That's so scary to think about.
It's not a reoccurring nightmare for me, but I do think about it every time I'm in a crowded public place. If I'm in a movie theater or, you know, at a show or what, like, I am kind of like checking where the exits are and watching the sketchy people.
You
and
being
like,
a pedophile, I think about it when I'm at school all the time. Trying to pick up on someone.
Yeah, I don't know. The world is terrible, but comedy is great.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a good, like, escape.
It's a great distraction. See, that again, that's the other thing, is like I'm pouring myself into this thing, because if I pour it anywhere else, there's holes in those cups.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's a good distraction for us as comedians, but also when we're funny on stage, it's also an escape and a distraction for everyone else. So there is some social good.
Yeah.
To what we're trying to do. It's not all narcissism.
100%.
A lot of it's narcissism.
Yeah. No, like most of it, actually.
Yeah.
Almost all of it.
Yeah. I try not to think about that.
Yeah.
How self-serving stand-up is.
Yeah. I think I don't know. Like I said, I'm like selfish, so I'm kind of like, I mean, if the audience wants to come up and do stand-up, it's an open mic, they can.
Yeah.
And if they can't, well,
Sucks
we're going to be here next week.
Yeah.
But it does suck watching someone new go up. Not gonna lie. And like when they are funny, then it's like, oh, fun. But also like if they're like, even if they have like a B set, I'm still like, great.
Yeah.
Great. Someone else has
another
the same dream.
one.
A same dream as me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard not to like think like somebody else thought that about me.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think that a lot when I first started, and then I just kind of realized, like, I would think that in particular about people who were getting shows that I wanted to get but hadn't gotten yet. And I just realized, like, I wouldn't want to do their jokes. I don't want to do their material on stage. So I don't want to be where they are literally. I want to get those shows with my material. And that helped me be like less jealous of people. Because it's like, would you want to do their jokes in order to get that show? No? Okay, well, do your own shit.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great way to think about it. Because it's not all, it's not just like that person was like, oh, it's either Marcel or it's either this person.
Right.
It's never that.
It's never that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can wrap this up. We've gone for almost 2 hours now.
Sick.
Last question. Maybe you're prepared for it because you watched the Josh episode. But I ask everyone this. What makes you content? And the reason I ask this is that contentment is the only human emotion that's been studied and proven to slow down our perception of time. To slow down the inevitable march towards death and nothingness.
Something that makes me content.
Yeah, like what makes you feel like in the moment of like it doesn't get better than this?
I think you had me until you had that last part of the question.
Because it added some weight to it.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But I think, knowing that I do the things that I want to do a little bit, like I have that freedom to do the things, to have like experiences like both mainly in comedy, but also outside of it, this is kind of a hard one to say because I know eventually it's not going to be true.
But it doesn't matter eventually. But what makes it true now? Like put yourself into a moment where you felt content. Like for me, moments of contentedness happen when I'm with family. And there's one particular memory of being in the car with my dad. I think I was like 12 years old. It's my dad and my brother and my two cousins. We were all like very close in age. And I don't remember where we were going or what we were doing, but Dad was driving. It was nighttime in the summer. Windows were rolled down. We're listening to like Weird Al Yankovic songs and belting them out at the top of our lungs. And that's definitely a core memory of like me of just feeling like, man, this life doesn't get better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's cute. I do have like, I think one thing is seeing my parents be grandparents. That has been like a very sweet thing to witness.
Mm-hmm.
And also a big relief on me that I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's honestly, yeah. I think that works for me. Also, like I said, I think doing comedy has been like I've made it like such a thing in my life that now that I'm doing it, it's like, wow, I did it. Now all I have to do is just keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
And you don't know how lucky you are to be your age and to have found that. Because I'm 35 and I found this 2 years ago. And for all of the years leading up to that, I had been searching. I tried a lot of stuff. I was miserable for a very long time. And then finally found comedy and it felt like everything clicked. And it was like, oh, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So
yeah,
it's awesome that you found that so early.
Well, that was the other thing when you were like, what makes you feel okay? Like a little bit like having time, like feeling like I'm still young, like that does like relieve quite a bit for me. But I think I feel like I would feel like that at 35 too. Because like I the only time I would be like, oh fuck, it's done is probably when I'm in my 70s, and hopefully I might not be around for that. So that way people will still be devastated when I die, but I know I did what I wanted.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'd like to die on stage.
What?
I think that'd be great. Have you heard about that? There's been like a handful of comedians who have died on stage.
I have heard. Yeah.
What a way to go.
Seriously. Well, how do you want it?
Heart attack.
A heart attack?
I mean, let's be real. That's how I'm going out. Heart attack on stage, and they think it's a bit, so no one comes to help me.
That shit is funny.
Yeah, that's really good.
God damn it. I better be on that show. Make sure you guest list me for that.
Yeah.
Guest list me. Yeah, that's so funny. I don't think I'd want to die on stage. I think I would want to die like I don't know. For some reason I was like, I want to die at a party, and I'm like, I don't know why I would want that.
I don't want to live at a party.
Well, I sure as hell don't want to live here.
Yeah, how do you want to die?
You know, I feel like I think about this. I feel like I used to have an answer, and right now I can't remember it. It might be that I just want to like go to sleep. I would like love to do something that makes me like super tired and then sleep and then just never wake up.
Yeah, dying in your sleep is probably just objectively the best way to go.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, no terror.
Because like I feel like I have the balls. I could go skydiving easy, but that's not how I want to die. I want to do things that would like bring me closer to death, but I want to cheat death doing them.
For sure. Yeah, like smoking cigarettes.
I was gonna say doing drugs. Yeah.
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 We have a roast battle coming up.
I know.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
Are we at Deaf Puppy? Where are we?
We're at Roosters.
Roosters, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know. I asked Josh. I was like, should I or do I write all new? Because I did some of them at Scott.
Yeah.
At Deaf Puppy.
I feel like you should treat everything you have as first drafts at this point, right? Because you could improve them.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I was like, should I write all fresh? Because they did upload it. This shit's kind of boring, but they did upload it, and I watched it.
No one's listening.
Then why did we talk more shit? It's the only reason why I do your guys' podcast. No, yeah, because it is already on YouTube, but I guess, yeah, I just revamp them.
I think the only way it would maybe hurt you to do the same jokes is if there were some of the same judges.
Yeah, it was Josh, some guy that headlined Deaf Puppy. He was funny. I can't remember his name though. And Avery Dower.
Okay.
So I will keep that in mind.
Probably be a different judging panel.
I would assume so.
Yeah. I've also heard from people who know what they're doing in roast battle that if you can use a joke that you've used in another battle and make changes to it so it applies well in the next battle, totally okay. So
sick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it then.
It's gonna be fun.
I know, because originally you were like, oh, I should have you on the podcast and then we can do the jokes at each other. And I was like, oh, that does kind of work.
Yeah. That would be fun, but now we get to do it in real life.
We're out of time anyways.
Yeah, we're out of time. We're out of time. We're out of battery. I'm out of life force.
I'm not. I'm going to work prime rib night.
It's because you're so young.
I know.
Yeah.
And so nihilistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if the nihilism is making it better or worse for my aging.
Depends on how you deal with the stress. Yeah.
Not going to age well.
Yeah.
Not doing well. That's fine. I put on lotion. I've been trying to work out more.
Nice.
I think
That's
it'll
all
be fine.
you can do.
It is seriously lotion and sitting in front of a TV while a bitch does yoga.
Thanks for doing the podcast.
Yes, thank you for
Appreciate it.
having me.
I'll cut that out.
That's all I have to say to anybody in the social bubble.